Today we have an unboxing video of Here to Slay by Unstable Games. Hi, I'm Kevin Baker and you're watching Shangri-La, my YouTube channel for tabletop board games, birding, and other educational videos. Please like and subscribe. I borrowed this board game from Michael of Roofs Done Right. If you need your roof redone in Palm Beach or Martin County, or your roof repaired, please reach out to Michael. See the contact information in the show notes. Okay, I'm excited to check out Here to Slay. I'm definitely a fan of Slayers, specifically Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series, not the movie. Okay, Here to Slay. Are you ready to slay? Here to Slay is a strategic role-playing fantasy card game from the creators of Unstable Unicorns. In this game, you'll assemble a full party of heroes and slay dangerous monsters while sabotaging your enemies. Brace yourself for a fast-paced, adorable, and utterly destructive adventure. The contents: 1 main deck, 115 standard size cards, 6 oversized party leader cards, 15 oversized monster cards, 6 rules reference cards, 2 6-sided dice, 1 rule book. Okay, let's check out Here to Slay. One rule book. Basically one very large double-sided sheet of paper. One nice deck of cards. 2 nice decks of cards. Oversized cards. 2d6. And a tray that hopefully will hold the contents in place. Okay, time to learn the game and see about how to play it and figure it out. So be ready to play it at the next game night. Now, the next Flamingo Con coming up is on October 4th, 2025, back down in Delray Beach, Florida at the South County Civic Center. Coming out for 12 hours of board gaming. If you're a board game designer, would like your game given away as a play to win, please reach out. Okay, be well. Okay, let's learn how to play Here to Slay. I've read through the rules and I like it. It's a game where they can summarize the rules onto rules reference cards. So each person gets a rules reference card. On one side you have the 6 different classes and how to win. So it says you can slay 3 monsters or you can collect all 6 classes in your party. On the other side, it explains what you can do on your turn. You get 3 action points. So you can use an action point to draw a card from the deck, to play a hero, item, or magic card, or you can use the effect on a hero card and then try to make that happen. Or you can use 2 action points to attack a monster, or if you have no cards left in your hand or don't like your cards, you can discard all your cards and then draw 5 new cards. So it's pretty simple, very intuitive game. It's like playing Dungeons and Dragons, but without the confusion and without. Here's the standard setup for a 6-person game. You can also play a 5, 4, 3, or a 2-person game, but if you do play a 2-person game, you're not allowed to use Shadow Claw as one of the 2 party leaders. Clearly, it's just far too powerful. Now, each of the party leaders has their special ability that they can use whenever it applies, as many times as it applies. Now, Shadow Claw has the special ability of once per turn on your turn, you may spend an action point to pull a card from another player's hand. That's probably why Shadowclaw is a thief. Now, the Cloaked Sage is a wizard. Each time you play a magic card, you get to draw a card. Now, the Bard, the Charismatic Song, each time you roll to use a hero's card's effect, +1 to your roll. Okay. Now, the Divine Arrow is a ranger. Each time you roll to attack a monster, +1 to your roll. So it's better at attacking monsters. Now, you can use the Protecting Horn, which is a guardian. Each time you play a modifier card on a roll, you get a +1 or a -1 to that roll. Now you have the Fist of Reason, which is a fighter. So each time you roll to challenge, you get +2 to your roll. So that is really good at doing challenges. So now there are 15 different monsters, and you flip over the first 3, and monsters have requirements that must be met in order to attack them. So the gray H means any hero. So if there's 3 circled gray H's, that means you must have at least 3 heroes, not including your party leader, in your party in order to attack that monster. Some have requirements that specify which type of member must be in the party. So Rex Major needs at least 1 guardian and then any hero. It can't be a hero that is also a guardian. So those have to be at least 2 separate party members. You could actually use the guardian of the party leader and a hero of another kind in order to attack that monster. And to defeat the monster, you would roll your dice, and then there's a red condition and a green condition. So if you roll 4 or less on this one, the penalty for rolling badly is you lose 2 cards from your hand to the discard pile. If you roll 8 or higher, you slay the monster. However, there are also modifier cards. I'll show you how those work in a minute. But you can mess with each other by playing modifier cards. There are 2 ways to win. One of the ways is to end your turn with 6 different classes in your party. So this party leader is a wizard and has a fighter, a bard, a guardian, a thief, and a ranger in the party. So therefore, the Cloaked Sage could win the game. The other way to win the game is by defeating 3 monsters. Each time a monster is defeated, you flip over a new monster. So if the Protecting Horn had already defeated 2 monsters, I like to tuck them underneath like this. There's no reason to have them take up table space, because all you need to know is the special abilities that they give you after they've been defeated. So right now, this Protecting Horn is going to attempt to defeat Rex Major. Let's see how that goes. The Protecting Horn is now going to use 2 action points to attempt to defeat a monster. The Protecting Horn has already defeated 2 monsters, and so it just needs 1 more monster to win the game in this hypothetical scenario. So it's going to attempt to defeat Rex Major. So the first thing they'll do is roll the dice. Okay, so they got a 10, and now they also have +1 to the roll here for the prior monster that was defeated. So really they're sitting at 11. They only needed 8 in order to defeat the monster. So what happens is 2 different players throw in modifiers. So they started at 10, then they were at 11, and so the other players put in -5, so you're now at 6. So the protecting horn throws in a modifier of +2, and that's 3. So you were at 6, so you're now at 9. And so the Rex Major is defeated. So you've now won 3 attacks against monsters, and you win the game. Item cards can be played on individual heroes. Once an item card is played on a hero, it cannot be replaced with another item card. So the item card is stuck with that hero. If the hero gets destroyed, the item gets destroyed. If the hero goes back into your hand, the item card goes back into your hand. If the hero is stolen by another player, the item goes with the hero. Now, items are not always good. This is a cursed item. So if the protecting horn attempted to play the cursed item on the cloaked sage would not like that very much. So the cloaked sage would say, I challenge that. You can challenge heroes being played, magic being played, and items being played. What happens with that is the person doing the challenging will roll 2 dice. So they rolled an 11. Now, the rules say the other person then rolls 2 dice. But the game only comes with 2 dice, so get yourself a block of dice, pretty cheap, or scavenge of them from other games so that every player can have their own 2 dice. Now the protecting horn then rolls 2 dice and rolls a 6. So where it stands right now, the challenge would be successful and the item would then get thrown into the discard pile. However, if the protecting horn had other cards in their hand and wanted to go from a 6 to a, let's go 5 more plus 6 more is now at a 12. So in that case, if the cloaked sage played a modifier, they could win the challenge. You've got to get equal or greater in order to win the challenge. But the cloaked sage failed, so the cursed item goes on here and is stuck on the radiant horn. So now each time you roll to use the equipped hero card's effect, -2 to your roll. So that's bad. So when it comes to the cloaked sage turn, they're going to play a magic card. And this magic card says, return an item card equipped to any hero's card to that player's hand, then draw a card. And has the special ability, each time you play a card, you get to draw a card. So as long as nobody challenges that, both of these will go back into the hand, and you can then draw to replace based on there. Okay, so that is a successful way to get rid of a cursed item. So that cost 1 action for the cloaked sage. You can use 1 more action to try to attempt the power of the hero. So with a 6 or greater roll, the radiant horn can search the discard pile for a modifier card and add it to your hand. So roll 2 dice, and gets a 7. So as long as nobody modifies that, then they can go into the discard pile and take a modifier card and add it to the hand. You do not have to use all your action points, but it would be silly not to. If you've done 2 action points and you have 1 left, you can always draw a card and add it to your hand. It takes 2 actions to attack one of the monsters. It takes 3 actions to discard your entire hand. Not that you'd want to do that, but you could discard your entire hand and draw 5 new cards. And that's how you play Here to Slay. It's a intuitive game, plays really fast. It says 30 to 60 minutes, but I don't suspect it'll actually take that long to play. I like it. The artwork is very nice. Everything works well. And it's a very fine game. Just make sure you do get some more dice because it did not come with enough dice for everybody. Well, everybody be well and hope to see you at the next FlamingoCon. Thanks again to Michael of Roofs Done Right for loaning me this game to do an unboxing and tutorial. So come on out to FlamingoCon on October 4th, 2025 in Delray Beach, Florida for our next board game convention. Be well.